Sup my dudes, Valkyrja. Today I'm going over Hanya. She's the Harmony physical coming. I have no idea what she does. I've seen a lot of people really hyped up for her, really excited for her, saying she's really good, so my expectations are high. So I'm hoping that she's as good as they say, and we're going to be going over here and seeing exactly what she does. So let's go ahead, let's see. 140 energy, 110 base speed. That's actually really high. That's really damn good, honestly. So I want to put everything down to appropriate values first before I get the reading. Because you know how, I don't know why Honey puts everything at 15 first, but any others? Okay. I always got to make sure to scroll down. So nothing, no traces, just regular standard single attack. All right. Samsara locked skill, single target deals physical damage equal 240 of her attack to a single enemy. It's actually pretty good. Applies burden to them. For every 2 basic attack skills or ultimates used on an enemy of burden, allies will immediately cover 1 skill point. That's really damn good. That's awesome. I love skill point recovery. Burden is only active on the latest target it is applied to and will be dispelled automatically after skill point recovery has been triggered 2 times. I love skill point recovery. After using this skill, this character's speed increases by 20%. She has very high base speed with speed boots and the speed set. I can imagine it's going to be really good. Increases speed of a target ally by 20%. If Hanya's speed increases the same target ally's attack by 60% lasting 2 turns. Strong. Very good. Speed increase is always good. You guys know how I feel about speed. I love speed. When an ally with Hanya's ultimate effect defeats an enemy, Hanya's action forward is advanced by 15%. This can only be triggered 1 time per turn. That's really good. The ultimate's duration is additionally extended for 1 turn. That's a trace. So you get 3 turns of this. You can definitely, and I do mean definitely, get another ultimate within 3 turns if played right. She is 140 energy, so it's going to be somewhat, but I'm imagining you're going to run her on ER rope and just speed out the wazoo. Seems really good so far. So, let me read this again. Yeah, no, this isn't dependent on Hanya's attack, so you can full send the support stats. That's really damn good. Okay, so talent support. When an ally uses a basic attack, skill, or ultimate on an enemy inflicted with burden, the damage dealt increases by 30% for 2 turns. That's really damn good. Oh, these are Eidolons. I didn't read. Okay, my bad. Those are Eidolons. That makes sense. It's probably her E6. 4 truths is probably her E6. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's also Eidolon. Alright, I gotta click. All of her traces are on her support. Got it covered. Got it. So those are Eidolons. And once again, coffee hasn't settled in yet. I did not read the big word that says bonus Eidolons. I thought it was a trace. So now we're actually on her traces. Allies triggering burden skill point recovery have their attack increased by 10% for 1 turn. So it's just a more attack increase. Okay. When enemies with burden are defeated, if burden skill point recovery trigger count is 1 or fewer, additionally recover 1 skill point. Really damn good. When burden skill point recovery effect is triggered, this character regenerates 2 energy. Really strong. So far, just once again, she just generates a ton of skill points, ton of ult generation through this. She's generating lots of skill points for the rest of the team, so whenever you use a skill, you get it back. This is just a really good character in general to have. She has like a good buff. This isn't a crazy buff, but it's a pretty good buff. And that's just, I'm pretty sure that's going to be enough. Immediately attacks the enemy at the entering battle, applies burden equivalent to that applied by the skill to a random enemy. Really good. So here are her traces. Speed, attack, is that all? Speed, attack, and HP. Yeah, that seems about right for a good solid support. She scales, or she gives allies speed increase. She wants to go fast and constantly apply her burden to the enemy. This is going to be really good. This is just this really solid character in general. I can't literally imagine any negative thing people say about her, other than maybe the attack buffing. But it just seems to be a really strong character. So let's go ahead, let's go with the Eidolons. I read some of them earlier, so I have a good idea what the 3 do, but I do want to read them again in order and just see exactly what's going on. When an ally with Hanya's ultimate effect defeats an enemy, her action advances forward by 50%. That's her E1. That's really strong. The fact that that's E1, that's really good. Using the skill, this character's speed increased by 20% for 1 turn. Once again, that's E2. That's really good, the fact that that's a thing. Oh, what I thought was E6 is actually E4. So that's really good too. And then her E6 is actually damage boost effect of the talent by an additional 10%. So the talent goes up to 40% for 2 turns. When an ally uses this is just like, it's not limited, right? Anytime an ally uses an attack or an ultimate on an enemy inflicted with burden, so she's just basically a 40% damage increase at E6 for your entire team. Even at E0, she's just a 40% damage increase, or 30% damage increase for your whole team. And that that damage increase lasts for 2 turns, so she's just going to constantly keep applying burden. Hopefully you have her at the end of the turn order. Even if you don't, you're going to use burden on her every single time because she's going to have so much skill point generation that she's going to be able to make up the deficit. So she's going to generate a ton of skill points. She's going to actually buff the hell out of your team. Just a 30% damage increase is really, really massive. And then just a good goal, 1 single target boost that you can go ahead and give to a specific ally to increase their attack through the roof. So if you have a character like Jing Lu that has a bunch of like percentage scaling that has normally sub 3k attack, I haven't seen many Jing Lus with over 3k attack, but I know she does get more attack through her form. But if you were able to buff up like Jing Lu, you increase her speed and you're able to give her that 6% attack, she's going to be hitting insanely hard, especially with this because of the 30%. So this is, yeah, you can only apply burden to a single enemy. That's the only downside I see to this character. The fact that you can't really apply burden to multiple enemies at once. If you had like splash AoE on this would be like absurdly broken. But she seems insanely strong for a 4-star. Seems like a really, really good fit into just basically any team. I'm going to basically call her, probably the title of this video is going to be New Staple 4-star Detected, or something to that extent, right? New staple 4-star because she just seems insanely strong in my opinion. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I think Hanya looks extremely good. Really curious to see how she plays out because on paper she seems very, very strong. Anyways, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.